Welcome to the AEW All Out 2024 post show. This is the Holy Shit. No Holy Shh. No, we ain't saying shh today. This is the Holy Shit Podcast. This your boy ABE from DET. What a pay-per-view. No, this is not a PLE. This is an old-fashioned pay-per-view. PLEs is something people don't want to pay per view for because it's not worth it. This was. Take all my money, Tony Khan. I didn't pay you enough for this pay-per-view. What a show. What a show. I cannot state enough how well AEW knows how to put on pay-per-views. They don't give you too much. They don't give you not enough. They give you exactly what you need damn near every single time. Now, I'm a little hyped from the main event. Now, I'm not about to blow this whole show out the water and say it was a perfect 10. No, it was not. This excitement is from the main event that I just got finished watching. At the end of time, when they talk about professional wrestling, they're going to mention Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes. They're going to mention Triple H versus The Undertaker. They're going to mention Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. And after tonight, they will be mentioning Adam Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. This is a feud. This is what they call a blood feud to the core. When wrestling was created, it was meant to tell a story between this man. I'm losing my voice already. We ain't even got to the matches. But it's here to tell a story between this man and that man and how they hate each other. And beautiful poetry will be told with physicality throughout a match. And that's what was given to us tonight. I can't even begin to start about this main event. I got to calm myself down. Let me work my way up to that. And let's just get started into the first match of the night. Woo. Let me gather myself. I'm sorry. I came off full loaded, just out the gate. I'm sorry. Like I said, I just stopped the show. I hit record. So you're getting this raw, natural emotion. Woo. But anyway, All Out 2024. Chicago started off with Daniel Garcia. He gets drunk off of revenge and gets the best of him, allowing MJF to get the win, as I predicted in the pre-show. And afterwards, MJF goes to shake hands with Daniel Garcia. I'm thinking they about to start some type of heel rivalry maybe, but no. MJF pulls his old shenanigans, goes to kick Garcia, but he blocks it. Garcia lays out MJF, then takes him to the top turnbuckle and repays him for how MJF took him out months or weeks ago with the pile driver off the top turnbuckle, laying MJF the hell out. This was an incredible match just from a standpoint of it was no old WWE talent, which everybody always likes to say. It was not somebody from somewhere else. These were two homegrown AEW talents going at it, showing them that not only is AEW hot today, they have a future, and it is safe in the hands of Maxwell, Jacob Freeman, and Daniel Garcia. Round of a, where's the button at? Let me hit the button. Round of applause for these two men in the match that they put on tonight. The future is safe, ladies and gentlemen. You can talk all you want about the present. The future is in good hands at All Elite Wrestling. Now we can calm down because we get to a match where I didn't necessarily care about too much. I'm going to be quite honest. But the Young Bucks get the win and retain the tag team titles against Claudio and Yuta. It was good spots in this match, but with everything else that was going on during this pay-per-view, everything seemed to have meaning, story, build up. This match just seemed through together. I enjoyed it. It was good spots, but it just failed in comparison to everything else that we had going on. It wasn't a crap match. I just think that everything else just hit so hard. This match kind of just, you know what I mean? But shout out to the Bucks. They have been doing an incredible job as this EVP character, just straight heels, savages, but they need a true babyface tag team right now to go against them, give them some type of competition, some type of story, because right now they just wrecking shop, using their EVP cards a little too much. So I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, like I said, because everything else was just grand slam. So when you get on base with this wasn't even on base. This was like a double. It was still a good match, but like I say, every other match seemed to be hitting grand slams out the park. I'm talking out the park. You know those parks that got like rivers in the back and people on boats and they swimming to get the ball? It was those type of grand slams. All the other matches, but this match was okay. It just didn't hit like I wanted it to hit just because it didn't have story. AEW, they've been known for their professional wrestling and great matches, but lately, they've been giving us stories. So now I'm getting accustomed to this. I want good matches and good stories. So this one was a decent match. It was just no story, so wasn't my favorite. Moving on. Oh, man. And one of the top matches of the year, hands down, I think I say this every single pay-per-view this man wrestles. But Will Ospreay and Pac, this is instantaneously a top 10 match of the year. Now, I need to watch it again. I need to watch it several times because we're getting towards the end of the year and I can't just be making crazy claims at top 5. But top 10, 100%, this match is in the top 10. It ended with Will Ospreay hitting the Styles Clash and then knocking Pac's head off with the hidden blade, retaining the International Championship. And then even backstage, it was a little, so you could see what's coming up next. Ricochet was back there and he kind of got into it with Ospreay. They was like, kind of going at it. Ricochet was like, I heard you talking shit. Ospreay was like, I ain't talking about you. You ain't nobody. Get some wins and then come see the champ. I like that. See, AEW, you just can't come in and just, hey, give me a shot. Give me a title shot. No. Work your way up. Let's tell a story here. Let's let Ricochet go through some people. End up maybe Full Gear or down the line facing Ospreay. Don't just give us that right away because we already know what it's going to be. Build it. Let Ricochet develop some character because he had absolutely none. He was chicken with no seasoning in WWE. So let's marinate this brother. Let him, you put them seasonings on him. You put them in a Tupperware. You shake them up. Sit them in the freezer or the refrigerator. 24, maybe 48 hours. Let that seasoning get into the core. Give him some flavor. And then you let him fight Ospreay, but not right now. But I did enjoy the backstage segment. You let me know what's going on, and now you're telling me what's coming. Looking forward to it. And shout out to Pac. I know I was just talking a lot about Ospreay, but Pac, man, he don't get his credit. He is always thrown into these trios, these groups, all this other stuff. Sooner than later, the bastard Pac needs to be on a serious singles run, maybe not world title, but definitely TNT title for sure. Pac, I salute you. Ospreay, I always salute you. You are the best professional wrestler on God's green earth. I say it every single day, and I'm not going to stop saying it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be this way for the next 10 years. But Ospreay, you know what you are. But Pac, salute to you, brother. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. But next up, as I predicted in the pre-show, Okada retains his Continental Championship against Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Takeshita. But it's afterwards, the look that him and Takeshita had. This match was good. It was a good match. I love Briscoe. I think he is revitalizing his career. His mic skills is absolutely incredible. We all know what Orange Cassidy is, but this match didn't need them. Takeshita Okada is a story that we We just put the video in the machine. We just hit play, and we are at the credits rolling. And this will be one of the greatest stories ever told, because these two men, their styles, their backgrounds, they are meant to tell an American story through the eyes of AEW. I'm telling you, Okada to Keshna, I don't know when, but when they built this and when this match happens, when they give it purpose, meaning, tell a story, get some fire and passion behind it like they did in the main events versus Hangman and Swerve, that match will be absolutely incredible. All my New Japan fans, you know what I mean. You've seen both of these guys go at it. You know what they're capable of. So to put it on an American stage where storyline and emotion is more relevant, this will be beautiful. But shout out Okada. People aren't giving him credit either because he's hanging with the EVPs. They're saying, oh, he's not the same Rainmaker. Can he work his way up? After tonight, you see the man as a goddamn legend in the making, if not already. Let him cook, okay? Takeshna, Okada, you're going to get it one day, and when you get it, you'll be saying thank you, all right? So just wait, be patient. It is coming. The Rainmaker will reign supreme, trust me. Next up, Mercedes Moné. We all knew, it was no surprise she was going to win, and she did, okay? Let's just get that out the way. Mercedes Moné, she retains the TBS championship against Shida. This was a good match, you know? It was solid. The only thing that I give this match, you know, some shit for is we had a good build-up with Britt Baker and Mercedes. They told a nice long story. This story wasn't so much. I love Shida. She's incredible. So the match was great. It was hard-hitting. And let me just state this. I don't care what you think about Mercedes Moné character, her look, her mic skills. When the bell rings and she throwing them blows, locking them moves, she is one of the crispest wrestlers on the planet Earth. This is no shade when I say this to the female gender, but she fights like a man. Her hits are hard. Her punches are believable. She takes damage. She's not one of those people, oh, you go to kick, she's going to put her arm up, both hands up. No, she wants to take the shot. There was this spinning kick that Shida hit Mercedes with, and when I saw that, I said, Mercedes is a goddamn professional. I don't care what about the stories and the mic skills. She knows how to wrestle. We are watching wrestling. So when somebody is wrestling great, you have to give them credit. And that is what Mercedes does time and time again. The match with Britt Baker, it didn't have enough chemistry. I don't think that was on Mercedes. I think Britt was gone for a while. Her timing wasn't right. But this match, it was hard hitting. I enjoyed it. But like I say, the story wasn't quite there for me to be emotionally invested. But once again, kind of like the same thing with the Bucks match. It wasn't that it wasn't good. It was a double, maybe even a triple on base, but it wasn't a grand slam out the park in the river with the boat chasing the goddamn ball, okay? That's what we was getting today. That's the standard that they set. I didn't set it. I didn't come to the table and say, I'm serving filet mignon. And then I come around with some meatloaf. The meatloaf was delicious. I like a good meatloaf with the ketchup on the top. It's delicious. But you served me filet mignon in the first and second courses. So, that's what I want. I'm sorry. But hell of a match. Mercedes Moné, one of the hardest hitting. And for her to be so small, she is one of the hardest hitting women in the history of professional wrestling. My hats go off to you, Mercedes. I hope you don't hear none of the hate. You keep doing what you're doing. You are absolutely killing it. Next up, I might have skipped this match or I'm out of order, but who cares? I'm all over the place today. Willow defeats, Chris Statlander, defeats Willow. This was a hell of a hard-hitting street fight. It was all type of bumps and stuff going on in this. It was one spot where the bodies were flying off the ramp through tables. It was a a chain that got wrapped around the throat of Willow and the mouth, and that's how the match ended. She couldn't take no more. She had to get choked out, tap out. Statlander gets the win. And there was also this crazy, insane spot where they dropped Tex in the ring. Willow or Statlander did like a flip, ended in a splits, and did the splits on top of the Tex, taking the Tex all up in the cuckoo. I mean, insane. AEW, they know how to do their women's street fights, hardcore matches, a la Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. And this was just wasn't quite up there, but it was a hell of a match. And I absolutely love Willow. I think the day where she works her way up, because she's such a perfect babyface, and the chase for babyfaces at world title, they just like hit your soul. Like Cody, when he finished his story, I mean, it hit your soul, because when a babyface is chasing the title, it means something. For Willow to be like one of the best women babyfaces in all of professional wrestling, when she took a loss today, but when she works her way up, and when that day comes, I want to refer back to this video, and I want to play the clip. It's going to pull at your heartstrings. It's going to make grown men cry, because Willow is the babyface of all babyfaces, and I cannot wait to see her climb to the top, grab that women's world championship from whoever it is. Hopefully it's Mercedes, because they got a hell of a heat feud building. But shout out to Willow. You didn't lose, you won. Statlander got the win technically, and shout out to Statlander. She is an absolute savage. Every night is Saturday night. I love that quote. So Statlander, they tore down the house. This was one of them matches where it told a story. We had the build up. They were best friends. It was going on for months and months, back and forth. And today they delivered with the matches. You get the best of both worlds. People killing me lately talking about AEW. They don't tell stories. They told one tonight, and I hope you watched it. Shout out Willow. Shout out Statlander. And shout out AEW. They know how to do women's professional wrestling. Whew. Now, let's get into these double main events. Let me gather myself for this, because we about to go on a ride here, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Bryan Danielson defeats Jack Perry to retain the AEW World Championship. During the match, though, the ref was knocked out. The Young Bucks came down. They hit Danielson with the Meltzer driver with his injured neck. They go to grab him and hit him with the EVP trigger. But Claudio and Yuta come down to make the save, chasing off the Young Bucks, giving Danielson the opportunity to hit the knee and get the win and retain his AEW World Championship. Now afterwards comes out Kill Switch, a.k.a. Luchasaurus, lays out Danielson with a headbutt, and there's a moment where him and Jack Perry were in the ring looking at each other. And if you know the history of AEW, that's Jurassic Express. A boy and his dinosaur, the moment with them two looking at each other as heels, I thought they were going to embrace. That would have been a moment, but not yet. We're going to get that soon, probably. Not yet. But out comes Christian Cage with his contract, a.k.a. Money in the Bank briefcase, where he can get a title shot whenever he wants. He's coming to the ring with the Patriarch, Mother, and the whole crew. They're about to cash in, but he gets stopped by the Blackpool Combat Club, including Moxley, who's been on some crazy shit lately, not knowing what he's about. So seeing him there, I immediately thought something's going on. But he persists to help Danielson, blocking off the ring. Cage thinks about it, takes his contract, and says, I'll come back another day and cash in. Blackpool Combat Club get in the ring. It's all of them. They're celebrating with Danielson. And then Moxley gives him a hug. I saw this coming a mile away, the way he hugged him. He kissed him on his forehead. And then out of nowhere, Claudio uppercuts Danielson, knocks him out. Danielson's laying down looking like a sad little boy whose daddy just left him to get something from the gas station and never came back, and he's just staring there looking out the window like, why? Then this son of a bitch Moxley takes a plastic bag, smothers the hell. I mean, this was like attempted murder. Last week we had grand arson with Adam Page. This week we got attempted murder. AEW is promoting some serious violence. This is not no fantasy shit going on here like the Wyatt Six. This is real life shit going on. Motherfuckers need to be arrested and put in jail. But he's choking them out. Everybody seems to be on board, but Yuta. Yuta was screaming, stop it, stop it. Pac was holding him. As you know, Pac, Yuta, and Claudio are trios tag champions. So he didn't want to attack his boys, so he was just being held back. But clearly, Yuta didn't want no parts of this. Even Marina Shafir came down, knocked out the officials. Bryan Danielson got choked clean out, and the Blackpool Combat Club walk out with his body laying lifeless as attendees and paramedics come down with the air mask trying to revive Danielson. This was an absolute incredible turn. If we get Moxley versus Bryan Danielson, sign me the hell up. I love a good John Moxley heel. He is incredible as a heel. I like him as a babyface, but as a heel, him and Marina Shafir, they got something going on with Darby Allin. That's got to play out too. This is storytelling, ladies and gentlemen. They are building something. Let them cook. Hell of a co-main event. I cannot say enough about this. Home run. And Jack Perry, let me give you some credit too. We say this about Bryan Danielson, pretty much everybody he wrestles. He gave Jack Perry his best match ever, period. But this is what Danielson does. He's the best in the world for a reason. Maybe not like the best wrestler in the world, because I give that to Ospreay, but he's the best as far as legendary status. Like, he's done enough. He's accomplished a lot. So that's why I call him the overall best, but currently is, hey, hands down, Will Ospreay. But shout out Jack Perry. I love him too, man. What he's done going heel, he was a little boy with a dinosaur with some little underwear, feather boots, just a goofball, and to what he's turned himself into in the scapegoat, it's absolute brilliant storytelling at its finest, character development. I love Jack Perry. I love where he's headed. In the beginning, when they called him one of the pillars, I wasn't for sure, but that motherfucker is holding this bitch up on his back, and it ain't falling no time soon. Next up, the main event. We get times in professional wrestling where everything just clicks. The characters are at their prime. The bookers are writing the best stuff they've ever written. The crowd is at an all-time high. And just everything, the stars align, and that's what we got in this match tonight. Now, I'm not going to go off the rails and say, like, this was the best match, because I personally think their first match where Swerve drank the blood, I think that match was better. But what this match did better was tell a story. There was a build-up. The match itself, the wrestling might not have been better, but the story was immaculate. There was just so much in this match. But in what was one of the most incredible cage matches I've ever seen, Hangman Page defeats Swerve in an absolute classic. There were so many incredible moments in this match. At one point, Swerve stapled his family picture to Hangman's face and ripped it off. Hangman powerbombed Swerve onto a goddamn cinder block. It looked like his spine split in half. We seen Swerve hit a Swerve stump off the top rope perfectly. No botch, no room for error, but perfectly Swerve stumped Hangman through a table, damn near through the ring and straight to hell. And then, at the end, Hangman rips the grill out of Swerve's mouth, takes some type of syringe, needle, injects it through the man's cheeks, and takes a steel chair. This was one of the most vicious chair shots. I thought Briscoe on Jack Perry at Blood and Guts was bad. This made that look like a goddamn, like a you know how sometimes they take them light bulbs, them light sticks and hit them, you know it's fake. It looked like that. But this was goddamn brilliant. The chair shot heard around the world. The chair broke in half. The surrounding metal part wrapped around Swerve's head. Laid out, no movement. Ref calls it. It's over. TKO. Hangman wins the battle, but I pray to God the war is far from over. Sometimes when WWE, they do a match like a la what's going on right now. You got CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, back to back. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting exhausted of it. I've seen the match at SummerSlam. Goddammit, I was live there in the crowd. Incredible. Then I get this strap match for the bracelet. That was a little much. Seems like we about to get more, and I'm fucking irritated. But Hangman Swerve, you can give me that this Wednesday on Dynamite. You can give it to me on Collision. You can give it to me on Rampage. I'll take servings of that every single day for dinner until the day I die. This is how feuds are supposed to be done. You don't end the match and say, oh, it's over. You want more. You know they hate each other. You know it's not over. You know this isn't just some match and it's time to move on to the next feud or the next title run. They will hate each other until the end of days, and I will be here every single match cheering it on because it is hands down one of the greatest feuds in the history of professional wrestling. Down to the damn entrance. When Nana usually comes out, he's all over the place dancing. He was serious with his moves. He wasn't jumping. He didn't throw the cup. Swerve wasn't overly excited. His gear, on the back, he had a picture of Hangman Page sitting in front of the house, burning his childhood house down. I think he wanted to remember, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm coming to do. He wanted to look at his gear and his outfit and know, I'm killing this man for burning my house to the ground. The house I grew up in, my mother lost it in foreclosure. I just got millions of dollars, bought it back, and you set the bitch on fire? That's true hatred. That's a reason to want to kill a man. That's a reason for a fan to want to get invested and watch the match. Absolutely incredible. I mean, everything about this match, the attention to detail, I just cannot talk about it enough. Another round of applause. This is professional wrestling at its finest. At its absolute finest. Haters can hate. Dynamite, they've got half-empty arenas. Haters can hate. The ratings, they're down. Haters can hate. They're overpaying their people. This is great television that they are producing. I don't care how they made the ice cream. If I eat it, if I scoop it, if I put it in my mouth, I don't care how the label looks, how the box looked, the store that was sold it in. When I scoop it, when I eat it, if I taste it and I like it, I like it. And I like AEW. Matter of fact, I love it. So hate all you want. This was an incredible pay-per-view. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not giving it a 10 because I mentioned some things I did not like. But this was a 9.75 easily. Easily. Incredible pay-per-view. I know I didn't cover 0 hour because, as you all know, I give 0 fucks about a 0 hour. I'm here for the goddamn show. All right? And the show was absolutely incredible. Hats off to Tony Khan. Hats off to AEW, but a special hats off to the main event and the two men who put on just absolute cinema. Swerve Strickland, Hangman Page. You two men need to be commended, man. What you did tonight is why I love what I do. You know, I love covering professional wrestling. I love watching wrestling. I never thought in a million years I would be sitting here weekly or daily basis talking about it, but it's things like this that just remind me why I do what I do and why I love it so goddamn much. So, Hangman, Swerve, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, I needed that, man. I really needed that. This content creation on a daily day basis gets a little hard, but you get matches like this that just refuel you, reignite you. And it just makes you know why you love this sport that we call professional wrestling. Well, I can go on for hours, but I won't. I'm going to just say this. Thank you for tuning in. No more are you just watching us on YouTube. We are streaming everywhere, people, because of you. We are on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon. And you can also still watch us on YouTube if that's what you're used to watching us in person, face-to-face, like you usually do. Feel free to watch us there, but we are everywhere now, and that is all thanks to you guys. Do not think that this is like some type of, we're going to put it in neutral now. No. We are in overdrive. You're about to get more content. Now you can go on TikTok. We are offering a subscription with exclusive content. All you got to do is pay a low monthly fee. You'll get videos that nobody else gets to see for free. We're about to be launching our Patreon. We're launching our Kick page. We're doing live video games on Twitch now. It is about to turn up a whole nother level, and that's thanks to you guys. Make sure you also head to the holyshhpodcast.com. We got t-shirts on sale right now. Hoodies on the way. It's getting warm. Jackets on the way. It's getting cold. And we are just going to be here. And this is just the beginning. There is so much more coming from the Holy Shhh Podcast. Next time you'll see us, though, is probably tomorrow. We got a ring rant coming up with the homegirl Mink. She's been gone for a little bit, but she'll be back. We got Chuck's Angels coming as well. Monday, you got the entire crew, and you know I'm going to be back here Wednesday for the fallout of what happened today at AEW All Out. But until then, y'all know who it is. It's your boy, A.B.E. And you've been tuned in to the Holy Shhh Podcast. Woo, what a show.
Media.